Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends, it's me again, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you live right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Yes, sir, home of the first state capital of Missouri, that is, back in 1821 to 1826. Boy, we fought out eight other cities to get that honor, and well, we sure did it. Now, it wasn't they wasn't lived very long before Jefferson City became incorporated, and they built it up there. But we were the claim to fame. That's our claim to fame, and we're gonna keep it. If you want to do something exciting, you just go on down to Main Street, and you can go on a walking tour down on Main Street, and it'll bring you right on through down from the olden days right on down to the new. You just pick up your smartphone or whatever, stop in at the Tourist Information Center, pick up your walking tour device, and advise yourself right on down through Main Street, walk down through the cobblestones of history, hearing the stories of the days of yore. All right, well, alrighty then. Hey, this here is March 23rd and 2016. March 23rd, 2016. That makes this V-blog number 405. That's right, 405. Speaking of March the 23rd, that means it's some birthdays. We got Miss Shenandoah Roberts, Bryan Rhodes, and Ron Russell. So there you go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Shenandoah, Bryan, and Ron. Happy birthday to you, and many more. Alrighty then. There we go. There we have it. Well then, now, what else was I going to say? There was something else I was going to say, but oh yeah, that brings us to our Daily Bread program. You know, I like to follow through with the Daily Bread, and each and every day I check into odb.org, ourdailybread.org. If you would like to go to ourdailybread.org, it's on your computer. Just jump right on over there, throw them a donation, and read away. You know, it's fine to go on there and read and keep up with the Bible. It's a good thing, too, because, well, the closer you are to the Word, the closer you are to God. Because God was the Word. Well, no, Jesus was the Word, and the Word was in the beginning, and in the beginning was the Word. So there you go. So if you stick close to the Word, you'll be praised in heaven in all their gifts and all their glory. Alrighty, I'm going to jump right on up there to that Daily Bread. And today's story is called Stories in a Cabin. Yeah, I remember back when I was a kid, I didn't live in a cabin. But they restored a cabin here in this particular title today, and well, what had happened was they had found all kinds of old things in that cabin, which were things that related to the people that used to live there. And why, that's what our topic in the Bible is about today, too. Hebrews 9:11 through 15. Now remember, if you're keeping up with the Daily Bread, you'll be wanting to read Joshua 13 through, the Bible in a year, not the Daily Bread. If you're I'm keeping you up with the Daily Bread, but if you're wanting to keep up with the Bible in a year, Joshua 13 through 15, and Luke 1:57 through 80. Alrighty? Well, alrighty then. That being said, we're going to jump right over to the Bible, and we're going to read Hebrews 9:11 through 15. But Christ, when he came as a high priest of the good things to come, by a greater and more perfect tabernacle, not made with hands, that is to say, and not of this creation, neither by the blood of goats and calves, but by his own blood, he entered the most holy place once and for all, having obtained eternal redemption. For if the blood of bulls and goats and ashes of a heifer sprinkled and the unclean sanctifies so that the flesh is purified, how much more shall the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without blemish to God, cleanses your conscience from dead works to serve the living God. Sorry about that, these muscle spasms. For this reason, he is the mediator of a new covenant, since death has occurred for the redemption of the sins that were committed under the first covenant, so that those who are called might receive the promise of external inheritance. So there you have it. If you wanted to follow along with me in the Bible, you can go right ahead. I'm using the Modern English version now. I'm trying to figure out which version they're using in the Daily Bread, but I can't seem to figure it out. So I'd been jumping back and around from different Bibles to find out which one I wanted to use, and well, this one's good enough. Actually, the one I take to church with me is the New American Standard, so I probably ought to be reading that one. But it's easy enough. Now you can go on the BibleGateway.com, and the Bible is right there. So all you have to do is find you whichever one you want to use, and all you got to do is find you the one you want to use and just follow through with that. So there you go. There you have it. Alright, muscle spasm, please go away. Leave me alone for another day. Because I tell you what, this ain't nothing to play. I'd hate to see me in all that stress today. Bye. Anyway, hey, what do we got to do today? I got my new fishing equipment, and I put it all together, and then found out that the motor was the wrong motor, which kind of upset me because, well, I've been waiting a long time for it. So I got a hold of the feller what ordered it for me, and he called up the company that delivered it, and well, not the delivery company, but the company that manufactures it or packages it for him. And well, he sat and talked to me about it and was telling me how it was supposed to have a flip lever switch on it so that I could, just pull a lever and reel in my fish. Well, the one they sent me was a button. And well, the button I can't hardly use because, well, it's kind of hard to push down a button for me. And so therefore, they're sending out my new lever one, and whenever it gets here, then we'll install that one. And the one with the push button, why, it will go away. I'll be returning that into the manufacturer so that they don't have to worry about bothering recreation to access to recreation. That's them. And I tell you what, Access to Recreation is a good magazine. They have got some real cool stuff in there for anybody that's a handicapped that might need something. And I tell you what, let's see, what is his name? Ron, I think. Answers the phone for you every time you call. He's the owner and operator, him and his wife. And well, I tell you, it might be Pat. Not sure, doggone it. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, there you go. His name is Don Kearns. And the thing about Don is that whenever you call Access to Recreation, which is now accesstr.com. You can go right online and order whatever you want. You can look up what all their equipment and everything. But anyway, the thing about Don is that he answers the phone right there by himself. You know, when you call a company, you're looking at quality assurance. Well, the man that started that company is the man that answers the phone. Anyway, his name's Don Krebs. Yeah, Krebs. Anyway, he had been a speed skier, and well, he broke his neck and ended up with a 5/7 spinal cord injury, and well, C5/7, I'm sure. Yeah, C5/7 spinal cord injury, and well, that put his skiing career on hold, and it also put his construction worker career on hold. So, therefore, he decided to go to college, and he started up this here book, which he went to college, and he became he got his bachelor's arts degree in business and administration, and then he went back to college and he got his the MBA. He enrolled in the MBA program. Well, during his third semester of his MBA program, he came up with an idea, and he wrote down the whole plan for a mail order company called Access to Recreation. And it was that business plan that launched the business that eventually became the website Access TR. And that's how you slice it, folks. So, sorry about that. Just about blew my head off with a sneeze. Did you hear it? Well, I tried. All right. Anyway, so if you ever need anything to make your life a little easier as a quadriplegic or a paraplegic or any kind of handicapped individual, well then by golly, you can just go to accesstr.com. So anyway, speaking of that, Don gave me a call today to let me know that my new motor was on the way. My new crank motor for my fishing rod. So there you have it. Anyway, I'm about to sneeze again. Hold on, I'm gonna pause out. What's going on? Boy, I tell you what. All of a sudden, I got the sneezes. That's the third sneeze in a row. I paused out on one, didn't tell you about it. Anyway, all of a sudden, the sneezes, they came a-calling. But anyway, Don gave me a call up and said, hey, your new part's on the way. Just drop your old part in the box and ship it back for me. And I said, I sure will. Because, hey, Don's a good guy. Every time I've ever talked to him, he's known exactly what I needed, and, well, he's tried to help me out the best he can. By the way, any of y'all out there that have experienced a spinal cord injury, if you'd been previous service connection and have a honorable discharge, and you've received a spinal cord injury after that date, doesn't matter how you were discharged as long as it was honorable. Well, by golly, you can be covered by the PVA, Paralyzed Veterans of America. You should check into that. Head out to a VA, contact Paralyzed Veterans of America and say, hey, I was a veteran and now I've received a spinal cord injury. And they will cover you right up. Matter of fact, that's who purchases most of my equipment through the VA. I get my bedding and my wheelchairs and my this headset and a lot of my other stuff I get through them. Telephones, everything that gets ordered from Access for Recreation. access to recreation. They all of that stuff is purchased right through the Voc Rehab. So there you have it. You know what? Or not Voc Rehab. Purchased right through the VA. So hey, that gives you something to look forward to. All righty. Hey folks, let's put it to you like this. Well, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. Ba-diddle-diddle. Goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. Ba-diddle-diddle. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Hey, this here's Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? You know, God loves you and so do I. So be blessed in Jesus' name and come back and see me tomorrow because, well, I'll be here and I hope you are too.